All right, we should be streaming. We should be live. How we doing tonight? All right, there we are. All right, there's some advantages to going live, and that's you don't have to edit. So you just, if you're gonna build a project, hey, just do it live, man. Then you don't have to edit it. People can watch it if they want to, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I bought, like the title in the description says, I bought the plans for a concealment. Let me show you this picture. I bought the plans for this concealment coat rack from Matthew Peach's website. I always buy the plans. I'm not going to build somebody's stuff and not give them the credit. But I bought the plans for that, and they're right here. I'm going to go by the plans and see how easy it is to make with common regular tools. The only tools that I have that other people might not have, I guess, might be a planer. I have a pretty good DeWalt 735 planer. I have had a Porta-Cable lunchbox planer that was horrible. So if I can do it with that, I mean, yeah, I make cutboards with that thing, so shouldn't be an issue. Now, the bad thing about being live is you get to hear my dogs bark occasionally, and I'll have to go let them in the house, and then back out again, and then back in the house again, and then they'll come out and they'll bark, and my wife's gonna leave in a minute, and the dogs are gonna bark, and so hopefully the microphone doesn't pick up too much of that, but it might, you never know. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat, see what we got going on. This was just an impromptu. I was about to start start recording a video of building this, and I said, you know what? Why don't I just do it live? All I have to do tonight is cut down this nice board and then let it rest for a day. So I figured I'll just jump live and bullshit with the community and cut this board down, see if we can get what we need to out of it. What I'm going to build this out, well, what he wants, his plans are to build this out of a couple of 1x6s. There it is. A couple of 1x6s, 8 feet long, a piece of plywood, and a piece of beadboard for that front door. I'm going to do cherry. I have a piece of 5/4 cherry. It's 12 feet long, 8.5 inches wide. What I'm thinking, for the door piece, I'm going to see if I can resaw a couple of those pieces and be able to use those for the front of the door. And if I have enough, I might do solid cherry even for the back piece, even though he calls for plywood. But he's very loose in his plans. He says you can use whatever you want to use. So I just happen to have this old piece of cherry sitting around, so let's go ahead and use that. Yeah, he says the backboard can be purchased pre-glued solid wood. You can join material to size, or you can use plywood. So I figure I'll just use some plywood, or I'll just use some, I'll do a glue up and make the back piece, which is, oh, let's see, 24 by 48 by 3/4 inch. So I should be able to get that. If not, I think I have I do have a piece of oak plywood that I could use because it's all the edges are covered, so not an issue there. All right, got a couple of people watching. Got nobody in the chat yet, so let me know where you're watching from and what kind of temperatures and stuff you got there, because it's still cold as shit here in Maine. But it's at least above zero, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to start breaking this board down a little bit. Looks like the top piece is my biggest piece, 44.5 inches long, 5 inches wide. This board does have a pretty good check in it down on this end and on that end, but I'm going to see. I think I should be able to get 5 inches wide. Yeah, I can get a good 5 inches wide on that. Let's see if this other camera gives you a better view of what we're working with here. So down here on this end, there's a pretty good check, and I don't like that in rough cut because that potentially shows that there could be some stress right there. And I have one down here about the last 8 inches or so. Other than that, it's a pretty flat looking board. I like it. So I'm going to see if I can get, let's see, 44.5 is what I need out of that. So I'm going to pull that down. I've got a big fat pencil here somewhere. 44.5, I'm gonna go like 46. Make sure I can get what I need to out of this. Still nobody in the chat, not even my wife. I was hoping she would tell me, you know, does it sound good, does it look all right? Did I forget to hit record? I don't know. All right, so if we go 46, that'll give me 1.5 inches to play with. The next longest one is going to be 43 by 2.5. So I think so if I'm like 5 there. Oh, that check is right at 2.5. I don't like that. That's all right, I've got more I can get out of there. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna use a jigsaw just in case there's any tension in there. Gotta go let the dogs in. Actually, I'll probably just rip that with my trench saw. That's a pretty big piece of cherry to try and catch as it falls. So, do it that way. got 3 people watching. 1 person in the chat. Just the wife saying I'm good. So I'm just gonna keep on going. Set that for more than 3/4 fly. I'm gonna try and just push this through straight, see what happens. Yeah, it's got some tension in there. That has got some tension. See ya. All right, that's that one. Wife's probably watching that like, no, what are you doing? All right. That takes care of that piece. Whenever I see a board that's naturally trying to take itself apart, you can assume there's some tension built up in there. And that as you release that tension, of course, you're going to create a kickback risk. So you're better to break a board like that down by hand. What I'm going to do with that piece that we just cut off is I'll let that sit until tomorrow and let the rest of that tension kind of come out of it and make sure we're not getting any, you know, just to alleviate that kickback risk, I guess, really. Wife's watching, just making sure you don't chop your fingers off. Well, start the car just in case we gotta go. All right, next piece is what I've got. I've got that one, I think E, 43.5 by 2.5. Well, I can't quite get that. Hard to read these plans, but all right, C, I need 2 at 16 inches, 3.5 wide. I need 2 rails at 43.5. It's probably the best thing to do is just cut this baby down at 43.5. And so I got A. So one off to the side. Get that covered. Gotta deliver that tomorrow. All right, what do I need? 2 at 43.5, but those are 2.5 inches wide, so let's just cut this down to 43.5. I'll go just a little longer. There's my 43.5 by, you can definitely get 5 inches out of that. There's 2 rails. I could probably get the divider out of that also. Ease. "16 inches be my next one. Like I said, I'm cutting these just about an inch longer. Just about an inch longer, so if I got to keep processing them, that's no big deal. Two people watching. 2/16. And what do I need? 2/7. 2.5, so. Got 30 inches left, so. All right, so there's all of my rough cutting of pieces, butchering it down. So, like I said, I'll probably just let that sit until morning. Make sure we're not getting any more stress movement. Still nobody in the chat. 2 people watching. I'm sure that's my wife and probably my phone. I don't know. Yeah, I just figured I'd go live, and while I chop these down, let you know what I'm doing for my next project. I'm gonna probably just do this whole thing live and see how it comes out. Whatever mistakes I make, it's the mistakes I make. I guess we'll see how that goes. I should probably, if I was smart, I would schedule the lives, the day before, so it's really pushing it out there, and hopefully getting some traction, so people see it. So my last live did pretty good. It gives it character. What, the mistakes give it character? Yeah, it sure does. Or my missing a finger, that gives it character. The blood stains. But yeah, I just figured I'd go live and build this project live instead of recording it, and I still have the same effect, right? So I get a video out of it. But that's glitching. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna make Matthew Peach's concealed coat rack. So if you know me and you know where I live, well, there's gonna be some pew-pews concealed in that. But it does have hidden hinges, has an RFID chip to unlock it. So I won't tell you where I'm gonna hide that. I'll probably accidentally tell you where I'm gonna hide it, but yeah. So this should be a pretty cool build. I may actually put it on Marketplace and sell it. I don't know if it comes out good. I love cherry. I love walnut. So I gotta build the missus. I have to build her a tabletop out of walnut. She told me tonight she wants walnut, so gotta get that done. Probably do that on a live too. I like doing these lives because instead of just trying to rearrange the camera and try and get the perfect shot of something, and it just takes longer. This, I can just talk to you while I am, while I'm making my mistakes and trying to fix them and whatever. I think that should make for some good TV, good entertainment at least. So, all right. So we got 4 people on here. I might hold on and chat a little longer and see who else pops in. There's a lot of people that go live now. Bearded Viking, he goes live every night, and a lot of people jump on his channel. And mostly to, he just chats with the chat group and whatever. That's fine. So I will probably watch that a little bit later, I think. I see HWC, he went live earlier today. Who else? I guess that's it. I guess that's it for lives that I've seen today. I'm definitely going to go live Saturday morning when I probably get to mill most of this lumber down and see what I'm working with and see if I can get enough pieces out of it. I think I can. Got a pretty good solid piece left, so, and I think I have another piece of cherry from the same tree in my wood storage, so we'll see. What do you guys think is going to be the best finish for this? Whether you're watching the live or you pick it up in the rerun, what do you think is going to be the best finish for cherry? What do you like to see on cherry? Well, all right, we're down to 2 people watching, so I will go ahead and get off of here, and I'll set up a schedule for tomorrow. Go back live again. We'll start milling some of this down and at least get some flat edges and faces so we can really see what we're working with and what that's going to look like. So, all right, we'll we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.